Sequels could have been so cool if they leaned into Kylo Ren, man. And the other day when it was a snow day, we watched Empire Strikes Back, and watching Luke struggle to pull his lightsaber when he was captured on Hoth, right? Like seeing that, we didn't really see Rey go through any of that. And I had this dawn on me. You guys tell me if I'm off on this, but I had this dawn on me. I think the reason why Rey didn't struggle with the Force is because deep down inside, she's actually a Sith. Because the Sith path is easy. It's just pulled out from raw emotion. And that's what she did for most of the time when she used the Force. It was like raw emotion. Like even when she fought Kylo, she was angry. She was angry. So I think deep down inside, she's probably a Sith. That's what I think. Even though she wanted to be a good guy, and they turned her into a good guy. The way they wrote her, she sounds like a Sith. Because it was like, it was just like, oh, yeah, Aaron, kind of like how they did with She-Hulk. I don't know. It's just the way that she was wrote, like everything about it. Like, even when you go to the freaking Rise of Skywalker and she shoots lightning out of her hand and destroys the ship and thinks she killed Chewie. Like, she's supposed to be a Sith. She was never supposed to be a good guy. I think she was supposed to start out maybe thinking she's a good guy, and then Kylo was the bad guy, and then as they went, I think what would have been really, really cool as I kind of start processing this again is on the fly. It would have been really, really cool if maybe we got to see like Kylo trying to get her to join him to overthrow Snoke, right? As they do, she finds out Snoke is just a puppet of her grandfather, Palpatine. So she joins Palpatine out of the blood connection, right? She feels like connected to her grandfather and betrays Kylo Ren. And so Kylo Ren then is like, oh crap. And he's like on the run. And you got them basically starting to take over the Empire again, right? And Kylo Ren realizes, man, I should have listened to Luke. Because all this makes sense now, what he said. The dark side, all this stuff. I should have listened to Luke. And then he goes back. Luke's not dead. He goes back to Luke. Goes back to his mom. Maybe his mom, at that point, passes away from Snoke destroying a ship or something like that. So there's, she dies in her ship being blown up by Snoke and Rey or something like that. And now he's got left is his dad and his uncle, right? And so then he's got this. He's having to turn back to the light. He's having to re-engage himself. And as he's learning about, I don't want to be like Vader. Vader turned back to the light as well. As he's learning, Luke says, I have an old friend I want you to meet to help push him further along the path of the light side. And here comes an aged Ahsoka, all in white, kind of like in Rebels. And she comes out and she goes, you remind me so much of your grandfather. Boom. You have a connection now from Vader to Luke to Kylo, Ben, basically. And it's like, holy cow. Whoa. And as he makes that connection, he starts to align with the Force. And they're like, hey, you need to go center yourself. You're going to go to the ancient Jedi, where the Jedi first started, right? You're going to go to an ancient world where the Jedi first started, Tathion or whatever it's called. He goes there, rebalances himself, and as he does, he gets the Force ghosts of Anakin and Obi-Wan, whose namesake is Obi-Wan, and then his grandfather, Anakin. And they help him and say, look, we helped set the world in balance, and now you have to save the world. Luke is too old to do this himself, just like Yoda was too old to go and face Vader. So you really need to take on the role as a Jedi Master. You can be on the council with your uncle eventually, and he goes and he confronts Snoke, destroys Snoke, and as he destroys Snoke, he goes up against Palpatine and Rey, and then Luke shows up as he's losing the battle and helps reinvigorate him. And Luke sacrifices himself and takes like full on like lightsaber in the back or something like that from Rey as he's holding off Palpatine's lightning with his hand, something cool like that. He sacrifices himself to save Ben, and that pushes Ben to his full potential. And then he takes on both Palpatine and Rey, kills Palpatine. Rey is off in hiding, and she runs off in hiding, and then that's how you end it with Rey's going off, and now you have Luke who's passed and given the mantle over to Ben, and now Ben is to recreate the Jedi Order and learn from all the mistakes that he made along the way, and he would be a great Grandmaster. If that's how you're going to do it, that's how you should do it. That would have been really, really, really cool to see. I don't know about you guys, but like that would have been cool. There would have been a lot of like cool stuff with the older characters and things like that. And so, that would have been just like so cool to see, man. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, Rey everything just came easy to her. And Yoda says the quick and easy way is the dark side.
Make sure to like and subscribe, or we will execute Order 66. Check out our other videos on the screen as well.
Yes, my lord.